what's kind of the conversation among the offensive players, and just what do you guys do to try and remedy what happened in the second half of that game, and what are the big takeaways from it?
I mean, we also looked at what happened in the first half too, and what went well, and we try to stick to that plan and just we do look at the bad things, but we don't really harp on it too long. We try to fix our mistakes in that game, and we're on to the next game, on to Washington State. So it was a big learning lesson, just to play through 4 quarters hard, not expect the team to roll over. So learning lesson for the team.
What were some of the main things, like, besides just effort throughout the entirety of the game that you guys kind of took away from this one?
I think the biggest thing was just effort, just playing hard through the whistle, and that's where we lacked. It was everything, I'd say. I think that was the biggest issue we had to correct.
How do you view these 5 games coming up, Curtis, as they head down the home stretch starting this game?
Personally, just got 5 more opportunities to go out and show the country what I'm capable of doing and show the NFL scouts what I'm capable of doing. So that's how I look at it. 5 more opportunities, 5 more weeks. Blessed.
Mm-hmm. What's been the difference for you just really getting a chance this year and capitalizing on that? What about your role this year?
It's growing. Yeah, Coach Hill is definitely trusting me. Jaden's trusting me. So, I expect to get the ball when I'm out there, and it's coming. So my role is growing for sure.
Was there a turning point for you, whether it was late last year or this year, where you kind of started feeling like you're in the flow and you're getting the offense?
Yeah, I think it was probably early last year, early fall camp last year. Going into last season, I was just picking it up really good, and connection with Jaden was growing really well, and then just Coach Hill trusted me, so that's what the role kind of grew.
What has it been? Because it seems like a lot of times offensive coordinators will come in and the hot button topics that they'll like to touch on is we're going to throw the ball to the tight end more. But Zach has really implemented that and gotten you more involved. How have you gotten comfortable in his system, and how has that development kind of helped your game?
What was the question exactly?
Just how frequently they're throwing the ball to the tight end in comparison to years past. How have you gotten more comfortable with Zach's system?
Like I said earlier, just trying to just expecting to get the ball more, and when you're running routes, it's more just like a priority to get across the field or get open, and then just have good timing with the quarterback. A lot of times, in past offenses, I was just kind of a clear out route or a dummy route or a pick route or something like that, and in this offense, it's not like that. It's maybe the opposite, if anything. So, yeah.
And obviously, it's tough to go into a bye coming off a loss, but do you feel that the bye in general came at a good time for everybody to kind of just reset?
Yeah, I kind of needed it. I know a lot of the kids on the team needed it as well. Physically, I needed it. I think it came at the perfect timing. Yeah, it was kind of rough going into it after a loss, but it is what it is.
And then obviously, to kind of piggyback off that, I was going to go with the younger guys and the high school kids. I mean, do you kind of that came in from high school that have been playing, but
right,
that feel that they're almost kind of hitting the wall? And how do you how do you guys as an older group help them kind of deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, for the younger guys in my room, at least the tight end room, the tight end group, I kind of talked to them about, like, with Jalen and some of those guys, it's just, like, that was like a little intermission. That was a halftime for the season. That was where we took a little break. And now it's the second half. It's like the second half of the game. Like, you got to pick it up, if anything. You got to go harder. You got to lock in a little bit more. You got to look back at what you did in the first half of the season, what worked, what didn't work, try to adjust a little bit, and just play a better second half than you did in the first.
Can you talk about the difference, what you did between last year and this year to get ready for this season, whether it was nutrition or working out, or what did you do to prepare for this year?
Yeah, I did a lot of work with Joe just in the weight room, trying to get stronger, trying to get a little bit bigger, do a little bit more mobility stuff, staying healthy, a lot of stretching, flexibility. Also just in the playbook with Jaden and watching a little bit of film here and there and trying to get on the same page with him. That's been my biggest thing, to be on the same page with him, I'd say.
How do you feel the team is positioned over these final 5 games, Curtis, to make your goals as a team achievable?
I think we're still number 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're still number 1 in the South? Yeah, so I think we're positioned pretty well. Obviously, we want to be undefeated right now, but we're still right where we wanted to be. So I think we're in a great position to go out and finish this season with all of our goals.
What are some of the things that stand out to you about Washington State when you look at them on film, about that defense?
I would have to say that they play really hard. They're an older veteran group. They play really hard, though. They run from sideline to sideline. Yeah, that's what I have to say about them.
Do you have a tight end in the NFL that you watch, idolize, follow?
Yeah, I would say Darren Waller is a guy that I kind of mimic my game after. He's a guy who's tall, a little bit skinnier, faster guy. Runs great routes, blocks hard. I like to watch him when I get some time, and yeah.
At what point did you think, okay, I could play in the NFL? Obviously, you got the size, but was it sometime in high school or at some point in your ASU career that you said, you know what, I can take this to the next level?
Yeah, I think it kind of hit me in high school. Just everybody was telling me you're just a little bit better than everybody else or whatever like that. So I think starting in high school and then getting to college, also you just having everybody tell me that I had the size and ability too. So I've always known that I could have the ability to go to the next level.
What made you choose ASU? Was it just because it's close to home?
Yeah,
or?
close to home. I like the program. They did a good job recruiting me here. The last coach staff was here. So yeah, I had a good time here for sure.
How do you feel Jaden has progressed over the course of the season throwing the football?
I think he's gotten better every game. I think he's gotten so much better from the first season he's been here to now. It's crazy. He's just so much more composed. He doesn't let the pressure get to him in the pocket. He makes the plays with his feet when he needs to. I think he's doing an amazing job, to be honest.
It's funny you say more composed because we always thought he was pretty composed for a freshman a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Even more so now.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. He's gotten a lot more relaxed, and he trusts his receivers and his playmakers down the field a little bit more now, too. So he's matured a lot.